That's interesting, Reggie. Did you know going into the '85 draft? Did you have any idea that you could be drafted, or was it something that kind
Well,
of came out of
I
nowhere?
tell you when it all turned. It was the scouts were coming, and I mean, I'd go to Pizza Hut. They had, I think, for $2.99 you could get all the pizza you could eat at Pizza Hut. So four of my buddies, my frat brothers, we'd go to Pizza Hut for $3. Man, we could eat all the pizza. And then I get back to my room, and all of a sudden, somebody would come and say, "Hey, man, the Washington Redskins are here, or the Miami Dolphins are here, or the Boston Breakers." All these different teams. They want you to run a 40. I'm like, dude, I just ate 9 slices of pizza. I mean, but okay, I'll run. And that was the beginning of it, because I started to talk to scouts and people from organizations, and there was this one guy named Dom Manili, and I used to be able to catch 6 footballs on a jugs machine and punts. I could catch them, put them on my arm, and he had never seen anyone do that. And there was a game that we played, one of our college games, and he says, "You know what, kid, we're going to come back and look at you." Well, that was some of the beginning, and then there was once a scout from the Redskins showed up on campus, and I walked into my head coach's Thurles Little's office, and it was a guy from the Redskins, and it was Coach Little sitting there, and they asked me, "So I could go to the combine?" And I said, "Well, what is the combine?" And they said, "Well, that's where the top 336 college players go." I go, "Oh, I'm considered in that." And they said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, my old man ain't gonna pay for it, so I don't know how I'm gonna get there. So no, I can't go." He says, "No, no, no. Your Redskins are the closest to your university. We're responsible for all the guys that are in our area to get them there." I said, "You're gonna fly me to, matter of fact, where are we going? Mesa, Arizona is where it was." So the Redskins sent me a nice care package with a luggage bag and hats and shirts. And my old man liked the Redskins, so he got all that gear, and he couldn't believe it. My old man was never a guy who followed me playing football. He just wasn't. He never watched me play. So, and that was just that. But I got a chance to go to Arizona, and the agent, I had gotten an agent from an old timer at Elizabeth City who put me in contact with somebody, and they had Ron Brown. Ron Brown was the Olympic track guy. Ron Brown went to Arizona State, Mesa, Arizona State, all kind of coordinates with each other. And he was out there, and he was going to work with me at the 40. I get out to Mesa, Arizona. I fly out there by myself. I've been flying planes before because my uncles lived in New York. So I was familiar with flying. I wasn't that nervous. I got to Arizona. I got off the plane. They picked me up. And then I saw Don Shula. I saw Chuck Noll. I saw Al Davis. These are people that I've only seen on TV. I'm not, the Ohio State or Notre Dame or UCLA. I don't, these are things that are frequented by a guy that went to school. There's only 1,200 students in my university. And then I said, man, this is pretty cool. I'm starstruck by this. And then I started to see guys that I used to watch a little bit on college ball, but usually college, we play at 1:00. I'm out hanging out and partying, chasing girls on Saturday nights. I never watch other guys play college ball. Who cares? I would only concern with myself. But I knew this was serious. So I remember Vance Johnson played for Denver,
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cunningham. There was a couple other guys, but those are the two that I really remember. I know Bruce Smith and Al Toon didn't go to the combine that year, but I I ran a 40. I ran the drills. I did everything. And they said I rated pretty high. When I got done with that, my agent called and said, "Hey, from my understanding, you're going to get drafted between the 3rd and the 7th round in the NFL." Well, before that was the USFL draft. I got drafted in the 4th round in the USFL to the Oakland Invaders. So I like, whoa, this is pretty cool. So they flew me out. I met that team. I decided to hold off. And it was the same year that the USFL went defunct. So, it wasn't going to be a team for me to play for. I probably could have signed and got a signing bonus, but I wasn't that bright at the time. So we just waited on the NFL draft. And Don Manili, God rest his soul, he passed away a year or so ago, who was always cool with me, who was a guy that came to Elizabeth City 3 or 4 times to watch me, was a guy who called me and told me I'd be coming to Cleveland. And it was so cool to see him when he would be out scouting. When I finally got it, he always came to my locker. He always stopped and said, there's my guy, because I'm the guy he found that was doing good in Cleveland. I guess it made him feel proud of that. And he always seemed like an older uncle. He was like the uncle that stopped by to check on me every time he was in Cleveland. Pretty cool.